two teams have gotten together. High stakes, playoff game, conference championship implications, all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive when Oregon takes on Ohio State. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Will kick off first, and here we go. On the return, it's Cross. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Right, here we go. Here we go, ready. 22, 20, there you go.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second and long here. Hits inside, it's Jackson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Right back to the well. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Keep it on the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he makes the extra point.
Number 39, set to kick this one.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Running inside, it's Davison. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
But one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those 2 guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. He wants to take the top off. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. From deep, it's Cross. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
Red 54, red 54. Ready, go.
Gives it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Ready, go.
Throwing, say it. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio's...
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Using his legs, it's Davison. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dante Moore under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Final play of the quarter coming. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. Worked his way out across the 35. Got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. The Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. Fourth down, Moore. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Say it. Oh, pressure's coming. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on 1st down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
It's complete on the right side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The run inside. It's Jackson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll give it to him again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Say it. Unloads it left. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Throwing more. Out wide right, it's Hooks. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Moore will throw. Rushes on. Hit as he throws. Complete downfield. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got him quickly. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down, and he has them set up with a 1st and goal as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Moore. Still looking to his right. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Number 39, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Tarai works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
And he gets rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here's Sayin to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and long coming up. They'll move the tight end. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Makes the grab. He's got a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Lets it go for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 70-yard touchdown drive. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down one possession. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Moore to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore to the air. Moving out to the right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the Wolverines, hoping that clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 7-2 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Right side, it's Hill. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, it's Hill. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They were all over it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Making the adjustment on the play. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Throw it. Say it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Blasted as he lets it go. Just had to get rid of it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, say it. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
On the run, it's Davison.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Working the middle. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. That one's not even close.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's crossed. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Just smothered on the play.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Say it. The throw. Out wide right, it's Roberts. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on it.
Snags it, there's running room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
You can see why this running back was on the field on third down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Upstairs to make the catch. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
Hits the hole. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. The give. Just ran him over. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. He'll try the left side. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Dante Moore shoots it to the left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take.
Throws it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Sayin from the gun on third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got it. First down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled to protect.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Right side, it's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Rid of it on the RPO. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. He's past the sticks. There he goes. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hands it off. Crosses the 30. He's got away. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. This big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Zayin. They're all over him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Throwing more. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you've earned the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. More to throw for it on fourth down. Escapes the pressure going right. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up and get 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Here's Sayin to throw. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Going for it from there, that's just outsmarting yourself. And guess who's going to pay for it? Your defense backed up. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Look out. He's going to let it go. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Dangerous throw near the goal line.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Moving the pocket, it's Sayin. Spits it out to the back. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
One more play to pad the stats. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Moore unleashes one deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is